gonna be a good video, I promise. So, I bought a new laptop, and that laptop happens to be the 2018 13-inch LG Gram, which may be a surprise to some of you because, you know, Apple Watch, iPhone 10, all that, they sort of Apple, you know? But not that anything's wrong with my, what's it called, MacBook Pro. It's just, I want to try something different. This thing is super light, and honestly, the battery life on the MacBook just is not good enough for me. And I know that sounds really, like, stupid and terrible, but I mean, I'm serious. The battery life is just not that great. So here it is. Not even gonna lie to you. This whole box is about the same weight as my current laptop. So, yeah. So let me just go over the brief specs real quick. So it's got an Intel, it's 8th Gen Core i5 8250U. Clocked at 1.6 GHz, which doesn't sound great, but it does turbo to like 4, so that's pretty good. 13-inch, full HD, no, not a touchscreen actually, I didn't opt for that one. I don't want to spend too much money either, and honestly, this has better specs than the MacBook for cheaper, so, you know. 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gig SSD with Intel Ultra HD graphics 620, which is probably similar to the Iris that I have right now. So I'm upgrading 4 generations in CPU for this. This is pretty cool. Here's the box here. It says this is a gift box, so everything's in Chinese. That's all good. But look at it. Looks good, right? All right. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open this up here. So with my Gerber knife, my little baby one. All right. So we're gonna cut this seal here. Ooh yeah. All right. This is already bulging. See the packaging is not as nice, and that's fine. But, by the way, if you want to check out my MacBook on eBay, it's linked down below and also in a card. Okay. So I chose the white one. I forgot to mention that. That's interesting. So it's, like I said, this box is not quite the same Apple quality, but I mean, what would you rather have? Nice packaging or nice laptop? Holy crap, that's light. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're going to set this off to the side just for a sec here. That's very, very light. And the battery life is apparently insane. So, this is something I'm not a fan of at all. And something I'm going to order right away is a USB-C charger because for $1,000 you expect it not to have a barrel connector, and it's white. That's terrible. I wish it would have come with a black one. And then you have an Ethernet adapter, USB-C to Ethernet, which is stupid because it's 10100 and not gigabit, or whatever. I probably will need this, so I'll keep these out, but I'm not going to use that because I'll get an actual one if I need to. And then down below here, I just assume it's like installation guide. Yeah, that's a joke too. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just shove this in here. I'm gonna take the stuff out of the plastic. I'll be right back. Wow, that is super light, like crazy super light. Alright, I'm just gonna put all this stuff in the box real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and set that off to the side just for now. And okay, so this is made of a nanocarbon magnesium alloy is what they're calling it, but honestly it kind of feels like plastic. That hinge is definitely plastic, but honestly I don't really care. I mean, it's super light, the battery life is crazy, just unbelievably light. Okay, and that hinge opens with one thing, which is great too. The sleeve here, holy crap. Okay, yeah, that's really, 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 really small for a 13-inch laptop. Touchpad feels okay. 8th Gen Core i5, it says a little 13 down there. Go ahead and power it on. Backlit keyboard, 1080p display, which I'm honestly fine with because, you know, it's 13 inches. I don't need, and they're just trying to maximize the battery life with that, I think, is their goal. I'll get that off later. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up. Yeah, 1080p looks fine, honestly. Keyboard feels nice. Obviously comes pre-installed with Windows 10. Can I go ahead and turn up that keyboard brightness? It says just a moment. Windows 10 setup. I'll be right back when this is done. Alright, so I've had little over an hour to play around with this thing, and frankly, there's only a couple things I dislike. So I know I said the 1080p was fine and everything, but it's honestly like way less like pixel dense, obviously, than my MacBook currently, because I currently have the 2560 by 1600 on the 13-inch display. This is only 1080p, which is completely fine because, you know, I get it. Okay, I'm going to be blown away with performance and battery life. So, Yeah, it's fine. It's so light. Honestly, I know this is overexposed. It looks like it's not even in the hit. Okay, anyway. It is so light. Like, it weighs more, but not by much. Like, honestly. So, I'm very impressed with that. The hinge opens with one hand. I was worried about that because Windows laptops, I don't know, tend to have a problem with that for some reason. I don't know why it's so hard to figure that out. So I have some of my programs installed. I have like Chrome and Spotify, all that. Another thing I don't really like is the speakers aren't great. They're on the bottom. I don't get why they would do that. But, yeah. Also, filled with bloatware right out of the box. I'd use CCleaner to get rid of some of that stuff. It's not all gone, which is sort of annoying, but what are you going to do about it? But other than that, trackpad is good enough. It's not as good as the MacBook trackpad, obviously. Nothing really beats that. The display scaling is a little odd. I'm not going to lie to you. I might want to change that because everything is just massive. Like, but if I go to 100%, it's too small. So I might want to try 125. Yeah, that might. Yeah, okay. I know exactly what I want now. Sign out. 125 is the way to go. 150 is too big. 100 is too small. 125 is where I like it. So you can see if I just go ahead and view or sort by name. Okay. I have this, like, it's so light. Like, look, I can literally, you hear the tiny little fan in there. There's only one. There's no vent, so there's some on the back. That's not a vent, that's an intake, but same thing. This is apparently way more powerful than my current laptop, so I'm going to do just a real quick, I'm going to run the benchmarks in both. I will include them in the video. I'm not going to go over them, but I'm going to have just a graph in there. So, other than that, it's nice having a huge SSD in here, and by huge I mean 256, because right now on my Mac I only have 128 and I'm maxing that out. On my desktop I only have 128 too, because when I bought all of these things 128 was still expensive, but now this comes standard with 256, which I like. Trackpad, like I said, is good. Display is really nice. It's not, like I said, that resolution isn't amazing, but it's very it's not super bright either, I don't think, but no, it's not super bright, but it's pretty vibrant. It's pretty contrasty, not gonna lie. Also, quite a bit of display flex, but like I said, this thing is made it's pretty strong. I saw some guy who's like 210 pounds stand on this thing. It's fine. It's not gonna be a problem. It's fast so far, like I've said, besides when I want it to turn on. Okay, so I closed it a little bit. Maybe if I close it again. It's just so light. Oh my goodness gracious. It is so light. Anyway, I'll include the benchmarks. My full review will be coming sometime soon. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next video. Peace. Okay, so if you look at the scores here, you can obviously see that this much lighter, much smaller laptop just destroys my MacBook. Like, honestly, just completely destroys it. It's doubling in both. It's twice the performance in both tests, OpenGL and CPU, which is incredible to me because the weight difference is crazy. I mean, it's just night and day. Now, things I'm gonna miss like a lot from the MacBook. Build quality is definitely one of them. I mean, leaves a bit to be desired on the gram, but performance is definitely more important to me. Battery life is going to be much better on the gram. I'm going to miss iMessage a little bit, but not really, because I wear my watch in school anyway, so I get the messages. It's not, anything is not a really huge deal, so yeah. That's basically it for this. Oh, one thing. It's a quad-core CPU now. It's not dual-core. Anyway, bye-bye. Bye-bye.